La 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 la. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Good evening, my name is Scott Spradley, and I'm the band director here at Concord. I think you probably know that, and I want to welcome all of our wonderful students, first of all, followed by all the parents and donors and special guests that are here tonight to join us in this celebration. Just in case you have forgotten or unclear, tonight is the ring ceremony for the 2015 Class B State Champion Concord Marching Band. When the band was fortunate enough to win the competition, the rings actually were one of the first statements, I believe, out of many students' mouths. We're going to get a ring. And, you know, all that waiting and time for that moment has finally arrived. It seems like it's been a couple years since this happened, but it really hasn't been that long ago. But we are going to remind you of a few things tonight before we actually distribute the rings. I have, since I have a lot of people here, parents and students, and some of the students I don't get to see every day, specifically our color guard students that are out and about throughout the school, and parents, I did want to go over a couple of regular announcements. So students, make sure you're being good listeners right now. Okay, thank you. I know that's challenging, but you can do it. First of all, just so you know that presently in the music department, we're getting ready for a variety show coming up in later in March called Carnival, and it's a similar event with the number of students involved as Christmas Spectacular, except some of the choir students are not in, a few of the choirs are not, but it's all the bands, the jazz band, the dance, the symphonic choir, Concord singers, and the orchestra. And students have actually already received ticket order forms and have been turning them back in. But I'm saying this not to make the students right now that are looking at each other going, uh-oh, in trouble. But parents, I just wanted you to know the tickets are, they've gotten ticket forms. If you would be missing your son or daughter's ticket order form and they're participating in Carnival, then I brought some extras over here. They're the bright colored ones, and you just want to make sure that you get the one that corresponds to your son or daughter's class. But that's coming up, the Carnival Variety Show. The second thing that is also on the horizon is that the members of our band and color guard and everybody, certain members that decided to go on the trip, are getting ready to start making final preparations for our Disney trip. And that's, as you know, we're going to the Disney parks, spring break, right before the prices at Disney all go up, right? And so tonight, I also put on the front of the stage extra calendars that have some Disney-specific events. As an example, yesterday during school, we did a uniform fitting for the woodwinds and the percussion. We got most of them, and basically what we're doing is we're just making sure everything fits, because it would be like my son, the pants would be too short at this point compared to where he was in the fall, so we try to make sure we don't want to wait till we get to Florida and then find out their uniform doesn't fit. The second thing, we're doing brass this next week on Tuesday. Then next Thursday, which is March 17th, we have a required Disney meeting for any student that is going on the trip plus one parent. And that's where we go over the travel booklet and hopefully answer questions that you may have. And that's next Thursday evening at 7 o'clock right here in the PAC. And it should only last an hour or less. It's not a long meeting, but it's required that every participant, student, comes to that meeting, and if not, then we have to set up a separate meeting and make sure the student understands all the things that we're going to talk to them about. We also then have 2 rehearsals, because we're actually performing at Disney, Disney World And not only were we performing in front of a lot of people, but they put us right before the electric parade, which if you've ever been to Disney, when that goes on, the park is jam-packed with people. So we actually have to be good and perform, you know? So we have to practice to get to that point. So we scheduled 2 practices the week before spring break. One is not so bad, it's at 6 at night from 6 to 8 p.m. And then the second one is not so hot, but it's at 6:30 a.m. on Friday morning, April 1st, and that is not a joke. So we are actually rehearsing that day. And what we tried to do was impact the student schedule as little as possible and still make sure that they put on a good performance. And then the other thing is, you know, some people can say, well, why don't you just rehearse during school? And it's really hard to do that when the bands are meeting 2 different periods and we don't get to see the color guard at all. So we had to schedule these rehearsals. There's calendars in the front of the stage where you can pick one up if you're curious about the schedule. Okay, so you probably noticed tonight, I see a lot of you watching the loop up there, and obviously this is just a small thank you to all the community members and businesses and families that contributed to this Ring Fund. And the Ring Fund did actually total out to almost $40,000 that had to be raised to pay for the rings, which is a very large sum of money for a nonprofit group to try to raise. And so obviously we are very thankful to our families and our businesses that decided to contribute to this. And you can see it's quite a varied list. There's alumni, there's families of students in the band right now, there's businesses, all kinds of things. We even have, I was telling the students, we even have a camera set up down here that's this event's being broadcast on the web right now on the internet because we had alumni that wanted to see the events. Well, they were mad because they didn't get a ring ceremony back in 1992, okay? But I don't think we had internet then, so we couldn't have done it. Isn't that right? We didn't? No, we didn't, okay. And so we went ahead and set this up tonight as a webcast, so hopefully it's broadcasting over the internet right now. Maybe somebody's watching it, I don't know, we'll find out. I would like to recognize a special person that was very helpful, especially with students getting their down payment, and that was specifically the company, Martin Supermarkets, and a specific person, Amy Pressler, who is the executive assistant and is also a former Concord Band member. Amy, are you here anymore? I invited her, but she's probably running her kids around. So anyway, a special thank you to her. And would you just join me real quickly in let's thanking all of our sponsors and our people. And I would just, again, reiterate with you that several of the donors and people that helped out are sitting amongst you. So if you read the name up there and you recognize the students, please take the time, because we had people that contributed. Some people contributed $20, some people contributed over $1,000. And I don't know if you noticed, there was one person up there that was an alumni, I believe from 1956. That came specifically up to the music department and contributed to our fund. So that just tells you the impact that you have on our community, but also hopefully shows you how much appreciation we need to show to all those community members for helping us out. Just a couple of the things that I would mention to you before we have our next speaker, and that would be that any student that is unable to attend tonight will receive their ring or pendant, and they'll just come and see me. So we're not going to leave anybody out. And I think more than anything for the students, if you could just remember these things tonight, that the ring is a symbol of it's a ring, it's a piece of jewelry, and it's really nice. But really, I want you to think about, once you receive it, what it symbolizes. And it symbolizes back at the end of July when we were out there on the parking lot. And in October when we were standing out in the rain rehearsing. And when we were at Avon High School rehearsing, and I kept making you go back to one little piece and do it over and over again, and then we ran the whole show, and you thought, yes, we're done. And then I said, wrong, go back to this spot, which we almost fell apart at state, but we fixed it because we went over it. Yay! So, yeah. Okay, relax. All right, I'm okay now. But please keep that in mind, students. And the other thing I would just tell you is it's March in school, and the year is almost, it's 2/3 over. And I think the important thing that students, that I want you to just remember, because just in a few minutes we're going to see the video again from this part. The thing that students, that I want you just to remember is the ring and the video, and the result is all a reflection of what's possible for you. And there are some days where, when I see your faces in school, you don't seem to embrace the possibilities that you can achieve. And maybe you even think, I can't do this, so I'm not going to try. And I want you to always remember that you have done it, you have achieved it, and you got to keep trying. And maybe you just wear your ring and you just look down and go, oh yeah, I did that. But whatever it takes, you just need to keep reminding yourself of that, of what's possible. One other thing I was going to mention, there is a possibility when the students receive the rings tonight that they may fit differently than when they were originally fitted. A lot of that, hands kind of swell up and go down and change, and it depends on a lot of things. So they're asking the students, and I don't think the students will have a problem with this, of wearing them for a week at least before you put them on the shelf somewhere, and make sure that they fit. And if for some reason you just can't make it fit, it's going to fall off your hand, or you can't even get it on or something, then the next step would be is we have the companies coming in next week during school, and we'll do some resizings for you, okay? So just keep that in mind, but obviously we want to make sure that it works out for you. At this point, I'm very happy to bring up a member of our Concord Music Association, and she has also been head of the Ring Committee and has been providing us with weekly updates of where we are on the finances, and just taking care of a lot of things. And it was pretty mind-boggling, from the coupon books all the way to taking care of the down payments and making sure we had everybody taken care of. So will you please join me in welcoming Mrs. Patty Logan.
I'll also say, long-time listener, first time in front of the mic, so appreciate your patience. I'm one of the parents serving on the Concord Music Association board, and just about a year ago, Mr. Spradlin was putting together the adult support team for this fall's marching band season. And a year later, here we sit, preparing to deliver rings to the Indiana Class B State Marching Band Champions. It's a great feeling. First, thanks to all of the adult volunteers who supported our program this year. There are many people who share their time and talents for this program: sewing flags, doing laundry, organizing fundraisers, selling tickets, parking cars, working the concession stand, and many others that keep our program on the field. Our Concord Marching Band Invitational staff really knocked the ball out of the park with a special event, with over 400 volunteer hours on that day alone. The hours that band moms and band dads and other families put in behind the scenes are appreciated and do not go unnoticed. It really takes a village to get this band on the field for our performance. Thanks to our district administration for understanding the value of an arts program like this. It impacts our students and our community in a meaningful way. Their long-standing support has built the tradition of excellence that we see rewarded here tonight. Thanks as well to our wonderful support staff. Mr. Scott Freeheim provides equipment and technical support, as well as his time and enthusiasm for our program. Ruth Bowerman, her hours behind the desk in the music office keep this bus, and it's a big, big bus, rolling without a hitch. Her willingness to support the kids, the directors, and the parent volunteers was key to the program's success this year. We love her. Students, I would like to thank each and every one of you. Your hours of practice don't go unrewarded. The days with soggy feet, the mornings with freezing hands, and times you get called out for being off when you were really on, your perseverance pays. Thanks for always moving forward, bringing your enthusiasm to those around you, lifting up others in your section who just needed their efforts acknowledged. You put yourself out there and to put out your personal best when it matters the most. It's hard work, and tonight you see how it does pay off. I also have thanks for a very special group, our directors. We must say thanks for the time, and the passion that this team put into this year's show. These folks instill a work ethic, they share their drive, their discipline, and teach music to our kids. They manage the students' emotions and nerves to pull out the best of our kids at just the right time. Their leadership shines as a great example for our kids to carry with them long past their days at Concord High School. We're proud, we're blessed, and we're grateful. Thank you, Mrs. Carrots, Mr. Bradley, Mr. Runkle, Mr. Peterson, Mr. Golden, Ms. Norwood, Mr. Rancart, Mr. Longabaugh, and Mr. Stratton. A circle of support that surrounds all of you. And at the center of this circle of support are your parents. We're the ones sitting in the stands, rain or shine, yelling and cheering until our voices give out. You find us sitting in the parking lot, waiting to pick you up after rehearsal, or to bring you lunch on competition day. Most importantly, we support you financially, making sure the band fees, instrument rentals, and trip expenses are all paid for. Next in your circle are your beloved band moms. They clothe you, they make sure you always look your best in your hand and freshly laundered uniforms, and they even do your hair and stick a feather in your cap. We would never make it onto the field without our band dads. They load all your instruments and props and deliver them wherever they need to be. They get your show on and off the field in record time. CMA supports you in many ways too. This year, we fed you a lot. From the first performance at Cedar Point, Chick-fil-A following the rainstorm in Fort Wayne, and that big tasty dinner at Golden Corral on the way to Lucas Oil Stadium. Food does a body good. And your circle of support goes much farther than this. It stretches right out these doors and ripples out into the community. The Concord Fire Department supported you with the cold spray on a hot day and hosted your car wash fundraiser. Who'll forget their escort on the way to state and a parade of champions on their way back home after the big win. Let me tell you about the people who have circled around you and helped purchase the rings that we present tonight. When news spread of the state championship, our need for funds was heard. As the coordinator for the ring fund, I was witness to something amazing. Our friends at Martin's Supermarket had a way to raise a significant portion of the funds we needed. And then, along with the checks, came the stories. Marching band alumni who are total strangers to you. They donated money and included comments about what band meant to them. Band people get it. They know these rings are important. Businesses all around us reached out and donated to the ring fund. And parents and grandparents gave, not only for their own child, but so that they could help fellow bandmates. One parent shared that her daughter had been on numerous athletic teams, but it wasn't until marching band that she understood the benefit of teamwork. Not competing with each other, but working as one. E pluribus unum, out of many, one. People see you encourage each other, your hard work, and they choose to help so that each and every one of you earns a symbol of your achievement. Please take a moment now, state champions, and thank your circle of support. One last favor to ask. When you're in your 30s, like me, and you see a news story about a band that's fundraising for new uniforms, or instruments, or something else, please remember the circle of support around you tonight. Pay back the acts of kindness by helping someone else. Way to go, state champions. Wear these rings and pendants proudly. You've all earned it.
Thank you, Madam. We really appreciate your kindness, and yeah, you and I are both in our 30s. So. All right. Just in case you forgot, let's watch a little video, shall we? Okay, now do you remember? You remember that? Okay, so the time has come now. So here's what's going to happen. This is going to be basically, we're going to go up on that side where Miss Parrots is going, and then come across, and you'll receive your ring. and then you can proceed right across and right back down the other side. So we won't be staying up here. We'll just get the ring, and you have it in your hands, and then just please don't lose it. I have to say that. And basically there's a jewelry box, and then there's a sleeve around the outside. Now students, listen carefully. There's a sleeve around the outside, and we would rather not find 300 of them under the chair. So please take care of it properly. Maybe put it in your scrapbook. That's nice. Okay. And we're going to start tonight with the color guard, because the color guard always seems to have to go last, but we're going to start with you. The color guard will line up over there, alphabetical. Drum majors will be next, so drum majors, if you want to follow behind the color guard. Okay, here we go. Is Abby acting over there? Okay. Next. Okay. So, and please hold your applause so we can keep it moving. Okay. Then we'll do a ring cheer or something. Okay. Here we go. Jenna Atkins, Perla Alvaran, Biani Arambula, Ashley Carrasco, Elizabeth Solis, Audrey Shidoya, Chelsea Dager, Nadia Edwards, Anna Frito, Megan Grable, Aaron Bryson, Rochelle Hernandez, Kenzie Kaiser, Paxton Crane, Tessa Lawson, Amari Macon, Leslie Mercado, Lizette Mercado, Hannah Miller, Kaylee Miller, Katie Miller, Tiana Murphy, Jennifer Navarro, Kara File, Brooke Powell, E.C. Splintes, Olivia Quast, Fernanda Robles, Julia Rodabaugh, Brenda Rodriguez, Maria Sanchez, Emma Schroeder, Satiara Vasquez, Reagan Ward, Elena Worbiansky, Julia Worbiansky, Chloe Wigan, Lexi Wiggins, Emily Wold, Sarah Zalea, Caitlin Zieser, and Shaylee Zeker. And our dancers, Hezekiah Forward, David Garcia, Brandon Kafka, Jimmy Sarr, and Tevin Stewart. And flutes are going to be next, so flutes, if you want to head over that direction, and then clarinets will be after that. Next up, drum majors, Michaela Cartwright, Isaiah Grayson, Bryce Stiles, Nikki Wilhelm, thank you very much. Flutes. Am I going too fast?
Yeah, that was pretty fast.
I wasn't fixing you. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Zimri Alvarez, Hannah Baker, Cindy Barron, Daisy Castillo, Carolina Cheveria, Kaylin Cruz, Ellie Davis, Najma L, Sierra France, Elaine Cooley. Please don't do that. Christina Horst, Berenice Hurtado, Alexandria Kokoma, Madison Kelly, Carter Martinez, Kelsey McKenzie, Alexa McNeely, Ariana Melendez, Brittany Rank, Olivia Griffin, Adriana Robinson, Sophia Rodriguez, Emily Ross, Brianna Stewart, Caitlin Stutzman, Aaliyah Kohler, Jessica Legrecki, and Danielle Wild. I would also mention everyone, they're getting their show patches tonight too, so that's another good thing. Okay, clarinets. Whoa. Okay, here we go. Clarinets. Bonnie Eastrock. Clap, please. Alexis Anderson. Caroline Bowers. Brianna Brown. Nija Brown Watson. Thank you. Ethan Cologne. Lisa Domrishida. Melissa Duran. Katie Foy. Joel Garcia. Alex Gatman. Cassandra S. Elizabeth Menez. Sydney Lanham. Marissa Longbreak, Gustavo Luevano, Crystal Martinez, Andrea Miller, Dama Montiel, Sydney Moore, Isaac Murphy, Skyla Murray, Catherine Ripple, Meredith Slattery, Micah Stam, Victoria Stouter, Casey Stover, Chelsea Wilson, Jessica Wilson, Kirsten Yoder. Alto saxophones and tenor saxophones and various saxophones, please. Go to the staging area. Altos first and tenors. Okay, here we go with alto saxophones. Roman Alperon. We're still getting over there. Walk slower, Roman. Alexis Joyce. Julie Carmona. Michaela Clemens. Hannah Cruzy. Jillian Dawson. Zach Doyle, Jana Fisher, Sam Floria, Sydney Fries, Ruth Hernandez, Maddie Kern, Ulysses Ledesma, Isabel Olivier, Samantha Proctor, Zach Ramirez, Casey Riebel, Genesis Viegas, Sydney Wainwright, Lydia Waltz, Cody Weaver, and Cody Wiggins. Tenor sax, Callie Cunningham, Zach Hutchins, Elliot Ramirez, Andy Ross, Thad Turner, Claire Williams, Kendall Brady, Barry Sachs, Humberto Cheveria, Jeremiah Coleman. Bass clarinets, Megan Bickle, Matt Davidson, Reed Horton, Jack Kenzie, Emma Llewellyn, Harold Moon IV, Parker Moore, Ethan Nealon. Mellophones, could you come up please? Mellophones and then trumpets. That way I have just to go over mellophones and then trumpets. Okay. Mellophones up and then trumpets. Okay, here we go with mellophones. Mary Valentine. Thank you. Dylan Battles. Kate Borgard. Wait, we're trying to get up there. We're trying. I know Dylan's here. Very promising. Walk slower, Mary. I'm kidding. And okay, right? Okay. Eric Chevalier. Andrew Fox. Molly Friedauer. Alex Earhart. Brittany Poe. Caleb Brew. Jose Sosa. Bryce Styles again. You didn't go twice. Kay Wade and Blake Williams. And here goes the trumpets. Jason Alvaron. Alyssa Engelmeyer. Ashley Arroyo. Evan Baker. Nicole Ballinger. Sean Buckley. Camden Chapman. Max Chittister. Katie Hagendorfer. Brady Fish. Eric Gonzalez. Adiani Gonzalez. Carson Green. Sammy Hernandez. Dave Kinsman. Erica Kinsman. Emily Kinsman. John Clevenger. Jared Khan. Max Lehman. Micah Lehman. Zach Lighting. Miguel Lopez. Andrew Madison. Zach Martin. William Mendoza. Caden Miller. Abraham Murillo. CJ Nennick. Joe Luker. Faith Nicholson. Amanda Parker. Alex Reverman. Jasmine Riffle. Adolfo Rizzo. Kyle Rucker. Matt Seal. Michael Smith. Davian Williams. And Nico. Okay, baritones and the tubas. Come on up. Okay, here we go with baritones. Ian Aldrich, Brian Barajas, Wade Baskins, Cameron Bruceman, Cameron Pimmons, Julian Fisher, Daniel Grable, Gabe Guevara, Ashley Harrington, Melvin Hernandez, there he is. Essence Isabel. Quiet, please. Thank you. Dean Johnson. Colin Klein. Tessa Lau. Patty Lynch. Shauna Nisley. Brittany Parra. Josh Peacock. Madison Fletcher. Mackenzie Porter. Brendan Podacek. Andy Bradford. Nick Reverman. Anna Ross. Sam Schroeder. Luke Shoemaker. Austin Stan. Nathan Stout. Brandon White. Matt Eatstock. And Lexi Yoder. And there goes our tubas. Jacob Lotkamp. Isaac Fisher. Santiago Gomez. Cameron Allen. Leslie Morales. We can quiet down just a little bit, please. David Perez. Gavin Roush. Dustin Troyer. Gabe White. And Liz Watts. Percussion, would you please move over to the area? You'll be in alphabetical order, followed by our cart wranglers. I know. So percussion and then cart wranglers. Here we go with percussion. Charlie Andrews. Michael Andrews. Courtney where's Courtney? There she is. Joy Burton. There's Joy. Allie Sterling. There you go, Allie. William Sterling. Brett Lawson. Grace Eichenberger. Nick Bennett. Mason Fish. Clayton Greer. Monica Harrington. Connor Johnson. Gage Jones. Thank you for continuing to listen. We're almost done, okay? Alexis Keeley. Casey Littlefield. Emil Lozier. Sean Macon. Adam Peterson. Gavin Wainwright. Connor Weldon. Tia White. Cameron Whitehead. Zachary Williams. Crystal Zepeda. And Ainsley Zoo. And now our cart wranglers. Gideon Butler. Sam Chittister. Jonathan Coleman. Yay. Let's see. Mitch France. Caitlin Graybill. That would be Megan Meyer. And Lily Zeeser. Right? Yes. And it's 7:53. We made it through override. We'd like to take some pictures with the poster up there or in front of the screen or just close-ups of your ring that you can look at later. Feel free to do so. I would also mention that there are state champ t-shirts. You probably saw those for sale out in the lobby. The proceeds to that go towards the ring fund. And as I mentioned before, there'll be a resizing next week if there's an issue with the sizing of the ring and any other concerns that we may have, okay? All right. Thank you very much. You have a great... Don't forget there are calendars up here.